This salt is known as the dinosaur egg, and it's one of the rarest in the world. Only a few families on a small island in the Philippines still make it. It takes 8 hours of non-stop cooking to transform seawater brine into this artisanal salt called asin tibuok. But the craft nearly disappeared in the late 20th century when younger people started favouring jobs that paid cash. Nestor Manungas and his siblings decided to revive it 13 years ago. But it hasn't been easy. A law bans them from selling the traditional salt in their own country. The husks burn continuously for a whole week. The pile of ashes left behind is called gasang. Workers break up any large pieces by hand. This is one of the most essential ingredients. Workers cover the rattan filter, called saksak, with a bed of fresh palm leaves to keep it from leaking. They pack the ashes in and spend an hour compressing them with a wooden stick. Then, about 1,300 gallons of seawater get pumped through the filter. What comes out on the other side is a salty brine called tasik. This step alone can take a day and a half. Nestor patches the stove with a mixture of ashes and water before each use. Then, he balances clay pots called gon between metal rods. One rock out of place could ruin months of work. Nestor's family left the trade in 1983 after their workshop was destroyed in a typhoon. In 2010, his brother Chris convinced him to restart their business to save the tradition. Since then, other family members have also joined the trade. Like his cousin, Josephine Sumingit, one of the few potters in town who makes the clay pots. The team prepares the fire with mahogany wood and coconut fronds. The process can take all day, ending when each pot is filled with salt crystal. These ladles are made from seashells since they are heat resistant and don't contain synthetic chemicals. After 8 hours, all the pots are finally full. But the salt won't be ready until they crack at the bottom. They sit to cool overnight. Workers take each pot out of the stove the next morning. Workers crack open the bottom of the pot to reveal the salt. One pot of asin tibuok can last a whole year, but selling it has been their biggest hurdle. National law passed in 1995 requires all salt sold in the Philippines to be iodized, but the law devastated small-scale salt producers who couldn't afford the expensive machinery required to add iodine to their salt. Lawmakers proposed a bill in 2017 that would exempt natural sea salt producers from the ASIN law, but it's still pending approval.
Ito nga ang asin na to. Nung napanood ko to, sobra talaga akong na-amaze at may nakita akong asin sa school na. May order na din ako sa Lazada, and kung gusto nyo rin bumili nito para masuportahan sila, maghanap lamang kayo sa Shopee o kaya Lazada. Merong mas mahal at meron ding mas makakamura kayo. So thank you so much for watching. Follow for more.